Lisa, and today I'm going to do a slightly different video to what I usually do. I'm going to do a flick through of my Disney trip album. I've got here my, as you can see, USA 2014. I know it was ages ago, but I have made so much and I've just about finished. I'm actually using 2 scrapbook albums, and so I'm going to flick through my first today. I just thought I would show you what I've been up to these last couple of years. Whoops, a daisy, knocking things over. Just trying to decide which is the best way to show this, as the lights are above and I've got the reflection. I think that will have to do. So just thought I'd give a quick flick through so you can see. Sorry, I was climbing down off the chair there. I'm really little and I can't reach my camera. So I just thought I would show you how I go about my albums. I do one for every year and every trip we go on. This is the first page. I always start a holiday album with a photograph before we leave. And this particular page has a little story, the fact that we'd been counting down to this trip from 500 and something days, and we'd been planning it for 2 years, and this was us just before we left with 2 days to go. Isn't that exciting? I just love that feeling. So that's that page. Then this was us at the airport with our elevator selfies. We always stay at the Premier Inn, so we go and do Twilight check-in, which was the previous layout. Then we always stay at the Premier Inn at Gatwick. That was us in the morning. They were our airport shenanigans, our little stories there. Aid accidentally went into the ladies' toilets, which was rather amusing. Obviously, we let him carry on wandering in. And then obviously, I say obviously, but when you get to Orlando Airport, you've got the lovely hotel inside, and then you collect your car, and it's all very, very exciting. I've got plane photographs here. And this one here, these were the first photographs that I took as we were driving to the resort that we always stay at, and they were just so beautiful. That was my Instagram photograph. And I actually did a Florida A to Z, or A to Z, and I just did all the different letters of the alphabet with the things that we associate in Florida. There we have. We always stay at the same resort, and the one thing that I absolutely love is that sunrise every morning. That's taken from our bed. We just pull back the blinds and that sunrise just comes through straight through our window. I absolutely love that. It's the one thing we really love about staying there. More about the sunrise, and we always get to see the hot air balloons as well as they go past, which we love. This is where we stay, always in the building at the top there. We like to head to Magic Kingdom on our first morning. We got the ferry across. I love that big photo. Sometimes you just really want to print out really big photos because small ones just don't do them justice. And then we've got here, we had an early morning dinner reservation at Crystal Palace, so you get to enter Magic Kingdom early, so it felt like we had the place to ourselves, which was lovely and just so nice for those quiet photographs. There we go, making the most of the quiet park. And then that was breakfast, our first morning breakfast with Winnie the Pooh and friends. It was a buffet breakfast and absolutely wonderful. Hoping to book that again for our first day this trip. More photographs. That was Louie with Tigger having fun with selfies. Aid and I, that first day excitement feeling. Love that photo, that one makes me so happy. And that was just outside Crystal Palace. We had a really nice window seat there and we could see the castle from the window. That's Holly there waiting for the boys as they were in the loo. We grabbed Dole Whips while we were there. Our pineapple floats. Another photograph when you just think I'm actually here, and it's just so exciting. We've got Splash Mountain ride photographs, which are fun. Whoops. That's Holly and Louie. That was the next day or a couple of days later, I think, in Animal Kingdom. Mickey pretzels, more Animal Kingdom. The frozen lemonades to cool us down as it was so hot. We stayed a night at Animal Kingdom Lodge. A friend of ours was getting married and they needed to book the room purely for the husband to get ready the following day, so they had an empty room, so they said we could use it if we wanted. So we stayed there. That was the view from our balcony. Really nice there, watching the giraffes. That was the following morning. We got up really early. We didn't
need to be with the bride and groom until midday, so we got up really early, left the hotel about 7 o'clock in the morning to go and grab IHOP breakfast, and then we just literally were one of the first in the park. We did the safari and some other rides, and we were just there a couple of hours and got loads done. This makes me laugh. I love to tell stories with my scrapbooking layouts. I was actually WhatsApping with my sister at the time, and I sent her that photo of the rhinos, and there was no zoom or anything. I sort of said, you know, this is us on the safari, this is how close we were. And she said that Aid, that's my husband, he was looking good had he lost weight. Mean girl. So we do like to have a laugh. So that reminded me of that story. There's us on Everest, another ride photo. We've got some funny photos here, just out and about in Animal Kingdom. So yeah, there's photographers around Disney, so you can have your photos taken and you can adapt them afterwards and add cute little things. So I'm going to try and change this up. This might be an easier way of doing it, I think. So the next page, another photograph there, all of us, and you get these are like magic photographs. You get the characters that pop up, so you're told to point at things, and then you have those. And that was Holly and I at the wedding. Our friends got married at the wedding pavilion at the Grand Floridian, so that was very nice. It was a secret wedding and their family still don't know about it, so I can't actually show any more photographs other than the ones of us. Then we've got some toilet photographs, as you do. So they're there. We've got Louis at the dessert buffet having fun. He's such a fussy eater, that child. He's terrible. Right, we have got here Hollywood Studios, carrot cake cookies. We love the Writer's Stop, but that's closed now, I believe. So that won't be there this time. And then we've got Holly and Louis meeting Phineas and Ferb. Despite their ages, how old were they then? I think 12 and 15. They still love the character meets, and we still stood in line for 20 minutes so they could meet them, and they were really excited. We have actually found the older they've got, the better the character interactions are. They just seem to really, really love it. So that was fun. We've got Louis. These are some selfies that he took on his phone. So I was really happy with this layout actually. I've got the paper underneath with a stencil onto vellum, and then I added some tags with some ribbon. Good. We have got more Hollywood Studios here. I really enjoy doing layouts these days with lots of photographs and layering them up, and I used to always do them with like 1 or 2 larger photographs, but I'm finding these days I'm making much more layouts with multiple photos. Got these ones, some of Holly's selfies that I've stolen to use on my layouts. And then we've got, this was Downtown Disney, now Disney Springs. Kids having fun. We are so lucky. Our kids are such good friends. They get on so well, and it makes for trips away very, very easy. There we go, the walk down to Disney Springs. We've then got this photograph here. This layout was taken in Disney Quest, which I'm really sad about. I've just read today that last night that it's closing the beginning of July. It was supposed to close last year. We'd really hoped it would still be open for our August trip, but we're a month late, so I'm gutted about that actually. We had such a laugh there one afternoon last year. It was so much fun. The kids dressing up in the Halloween costumes in Target. They do love dressing up. We had a blast. We took a small road trip to St. Augustine, which was really cool. I popped the tickets. We took the little train trip. It's like a road train that goes through, and you can just get on and off throughout the day. And I popped the little tickets into the glassine envelope there. Just a nice way to keep them. Our fussy eater there, he always gets excited when we go to the mall for Auntie Anne's pretzels. Even though we get them in this country, he absolutely loves them. This is my least favourite layout. I really don't like this one, but I've included it in my album anyway. It just looked better in my head than it actually did on paper. But going through the Disney gates, it's one of the most magical feelings of I'm here. And that's as we arrive at Magic Kingdom. Then we've got this lovely photo here. Again, one of those I just really wanted to blow up. Not blow up, but you know, enlarge. So you could really enjoy the photo better. We've got Louis here in Starbucks. Got got Louis here. I've taken his photograph here every time we've been. It's by the Nemo ride in Epcot. We've been doing it since he was 5, and it's a little spot. I like to get a photograph of him. Holly doesn't want her photograph taken there anymore. I met up with a Cocoa Daisy friend, Marty. She's local, she's just in Tampa, and we've been speaking online for years within the Cocoa Daisy message board, and her family have annual passes, so we met up one afternoon, which was fun. Holly and her red tongue. We always have the, I think that was the frozen, the snow cones in Epcot in Japan. It well and truly melted at that point. Another Epcot photograph there, nice family photo. And this is at Bahama Bay where we stay. There's the splash pad. Again, we've been coming to this play area here since the kids were really little. They were 5 and 7 on our first trip. And we quite often have a couple of mornings of the trip just lazing around here. There's some beds and things, and early in the morning there's never anyone else around. So even though the kids are older now, I don't feel bad because there's no other families around. We're the only ones. And it used to just be a play area, but it's a splash pad now. So we spent an hour there laying in the sun while Louis splashed around. I've got the first Universal layout here. This is in Islands of Adventure. The kids are absolutely crazy about the Grinch, so they were happy to meet him again. There's the kids in Jurassic Park. We've got, oh, this was the best meal. That was so good, fried chicken. I had a really bad migraine the day before, and I always get like migraine hangovers. And that was just the cure. That was so good. And it's funny, all these really expensive meals that we had, and it's going back to Krusty Burger this time. I'm really excited about. It was just so delicious. There we go. That's at Typhoon Lagoon, which was lots of fun. First time we'd done a Disney water park. And this layout here, I made a little grid for this one here with some faux stitching going around. I was quite pleased with that layout there. A nice way to capture just a few little photographs. There's Holly and I to finish. So that's that album. That's album number 1. And I will do another video of my next album as well. Otherwise, I'm just taking up too much of your time. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I love my colourful album, my scrapbook albums, and I will share the next half with you in a few days. Thank you. Bye.